Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be continuing with the series on my TUM application where we'll discuss the abstract or the summary of my bachelor's thesis. As a side note that I mentioned in the previous video, my bachelor's program did not have a so-called thesis or equivalent in Canada because instead we have something called a design project where we go through an engineering project for 8 months in order to actually get our degrees, and that's a group project and it's not very research based usually. In light of that, I did however check with my course coordinator for the program that I was applying to and asked them what I should do, because instead of the design project, I had also done a research project as part of my degree as an elective, which is similar to what a bachelor's thesis should be. And they said to just write about that instead, which is why I wrote about my elective research project and what happened there. So let's dive right in. In the abstract or summary, I chose to do a one-pager that was, again, formatted as well as included the relevant citations. Doesn't have to be numerous, just enough to set the tone. And then for me, I also put the relevant course title on the transcript so that the evaluators could see which course this actually was on my application. And yeah, after that, I think you just really have to address the writing task, which is really just to discuss the research problem you addressed, the methodology that you used to study the problem, what were your results and conclusions. So now that we've gone over the tips, we can dive a little bit more into what I actually wrote for my summary. So in my summary, and kind of as I already mentioned, I didn't have an official thesis, which is why I mentioned it here. And I also wrote about an elective that I took on my transcript, which is why I also mentioned it. And then just kind of to set a little bit of a structure and navigation for the reader, I also ended the first paragraph with just what this summary contains. So just introduction, our motivation, as well as results and conclusion. So for me, in my project, I studied polyacrylamide hydrogel, and so then this is like the intro and the motivation, like why am I studying this and what use would it have in the future. And then I wrote a really quick summary of the methodology, which kind of stiffnesses I used, what kind of other polymers I studied, and how I dried them, as well as stretched them. And then we went through really quickly and in words some of the results. What I saw after they were dehydrated was that they became brittle, of course, and I also indicated a little bit with some more numbers. And then, of course, we ended with some conclusions and future outlook. My page 2 was just the bibliography as well. Anyways, I hope this helps you kind of also structure your summary of your bachelor's thesis. And again, best of luck and see you in the next video.